spooky.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. What have you done to its eyes?
Good evening and welcome to starting off strong. Good evening and welcome to Soft and Spooky. For today's video, I'm going to be diving into episode 3 of the latest season of American Horror Story, Delicate. If you haven't seen my previous 2 episodes, I'm going to go ahead and link them up above here so you can watch those first. And I did want to do a disclaimer because I think I forgot in the last video, but these are watch party videos, so I am basically going to be going through the entire episode, full spoilers ahead. But yeah, with all that being said, let's go ahead and sink our teeth in. All right, episode 3. So we start out with Anna hallucinating being in a field with her baby, and she's kind of just like spinning around. I can't help but think about those like prescription commercials.
The most common side effect is nausea. Patients also reported trouble sleeping and vivid, unusual, or strange dreams.
Unfortunately, the dream does turn sour and she starts to see this red crawling up her dress. I actually think the visuals for this were pretty cool because it reminds me a lot of the anime Tokyo Ghoul, where when Kaneki has his like transformation, you start seeing these white flowers sort of bursting open and turning red, and it reminds me a lot of that. Damn, it kind of makes me want to rewatch that season. I haven't watched it in so long. Anna and Dex are in the car, and you can really see that she's starting to freak out because there's so many strange things happening, especially after the bombshell being dropped at the end of episode 2 that Nurse Ivy was not an official employee at that hospital. After the miscarriage, there does seem to be a divide in the desires and wants between Dex and Anna.
Do you not want to?
Try again? I mean, I do, of course I do. I don't know about the timing.
I'm not necessarily sure I understand her character motivation here, just because if you're that paranoid and distressed that people are trying to like harm you, why would you want to bring a baby into that mix? Like, why would you want to try again? At least at this point in time. The lukewarm, but honestly, like, pretty understandable hesitation that Dex gives about it, it causes Anna to want to step out of the car and walk home to the place that they're staying at instead of riding in the car with him. Instead of walking home, though, she just like goes into the woods to have a little hot girl hike, and she gets lost. While the sunlight fades and Anna walks along, she does discover this like campfire, and here's a jazzy little tune.
Baby, on the treetop.
I've been looking for you. Also, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but sometimes do you ever get like the urge to just kind of perch somewhere? After seeing Preacher in the tree, Anna freaks out and runs home, and she comes home to a very worried Dex. Again, Anna seems to have lost time, and we finally get the confirmation that like it shouldn't be the medications that she's taking that would cause something like this, like for her to lose time like that. Dex ends up revealing that he gave the doctors permission to give Anna a sedative without her consent, and she kind of claps back at him.
You let them give me a sedative without asking me?
You had just had a miscarriage, Anna. They said it was standard.
And why'd you let me walk into the fucking woods by myself?
Anna tells Dex about seeing Preacher in the woods, and so him, as well as Kamal and Anna, all go out into the woods where she saw the campfire, and there is, big shocker, no evidence of anyone being there. Ooh, spooky. The next morning, Anna wakes up before Dex, and she hears somebody singing Rockabye Baby, and she goes downstairs and ends up meeting the house manager, Nicolette.
So what exactly does a house manager do around here?
Manage the house.
I'm Sandra. Dumb bitch.
not.
On the kitchen counter, Anna discovers that there's a gift basket from the director of the auteur, Hamish, and she instantly goes up and accuses Dex of giving out their address. As she sits down, Dex notices the blemish on her chin, and we do get official confirmation about the connection between Nurse Ivy that I had mentioned in episode 2. I don't know if maybe it was present in previous episodes and I just didn't notice it until now, but something about this scene, I really pick up on the deadness in Dex's actor. Like, he sounds like he's falling asleep.
It is kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
Every little girl dreams of being a movie star.
Every little girl dreams of being a movie star. Dex says that he's going to call Siobhan for Anna so that she can come over and make her feel better. And as soon as he leaves the room, she starts getting a call from Siobhan. And then she turns around and it's a Kim scare.
Hi, pretty. Siobhan.
There is a 3-hour time jump with Anna in completely different hair and clothes, and she's got a little dookie on her face. Just kidding, it's chocolate. She went goblin mode on that gift basket. Siobhan and Anna go for a walk along the beach, and Anna just reveals how crazy she feels. And to cheer up Anna, Siobhan mentions that she actually got her to be on the cover of Vogue. When Siobhan steps away to take a phone call, Anna trips over another one of those dolls that were made of her, but this time there's like a bunch of pins stuck into the stomach. That's not gonna be good for business.
That's not gonna be good for anybody.
She ends up hiding the doll from Kamal. Oh, that rhymes. And she tucks it under her shirt. And they end up heading home. As Kamal and Anna walk away, we do see these two hooded figures with pet goats and got these like little ear things that remind me a lot of Ace Ventura's hair. When they return back to the house, Anna snatches a bottle of wine and goes straight down to the basement with the doll and pretty much gets a little schwasty and starts going through Talia's baby stuff. She ends up passing out on the floor, but then she wakes up to hearing weird, strange noises from behind this tiny little door in the basement. This kind of reminds me of the secret door in Barbarian, and I hate it. At least in that movie, the protagonists use a little bit of common sense before just willingly going down this secret tunnel. But I don't know, maybe Anna just doesn't have that self-preservation or really likes just hidden little spots.
How'd you find it? This is where I come to cry. Cool.
As expected, because I saw this coming from a mile away, the door slams, and this is what really baffles me. Anna seems to have no reaction towards it. Like, how are you not immediately trying to get out? I would be running at that door like Goofy style. As she explores, I am pretty sure that I hear another shh sound effect that I mentioned in episode 2. I don't know what this means. I'm so curious about it. She goes into this room and she sees a lot of preserved specimens and fetuses, or fetusi, if you will. I gotta say too, I hate to be that person, but I think it's pretty irresponsible of these cult members to be leaving candles that close to specimen jars filled with the highly flammable liquid formalin. I mean, you're just asking for an explosion.
Kaboom, blam! Oh, excuse me again, dear.
Homer, there's no point in pretending you're making those noises.
She also discovers this chair with like these leg stirrups, and then suddenly the hooded figures appear and sedate her, and then they inject her with this mystery vial into her leg. She wakes up on the basement floor, exactly where she had originally passed out, and then she feels this like movement in her stomach. Convinced that maybe the baby is still alive, she calls Dr. Hill to see if maybe it's still possible.
After reviewing the blood work Southampton Hospital sent over, considering the absence of a heartbeat on your ultrasound and the amount of blood you lost, no, I'm afraid that's not possible.
After the phone call, Nicolette comes up and she sees that Anna is bleeding from the mouth. And apparently this is also a symptom of pregnancy, which this, everything I hear about pregnancy and the weird stuff that happens to your body, it just sounds like a straight up horror. It's terrifying. After seeing that maybe this is a sign of pregnancy, she does go to the store and she kind of gets lost in the sauce, smelling these baby clothes.
I'm so sorry, we're about to start closing up.
This is exactly how subtle I am after I've made several announcements that the library is closing and patrons will still not get the hint. This is a pretty big turning point with the employee here because she actually validates that Anna is pregnant after feeling her stomach.
Oh, he's a kicker.
You can feel that?
Sure can.
On the way back from the store, things start to get a little bonkers. So Anna is in the car and she actually passes Sonia on the street standing there. She hops out and then she sees Dex meeting up with Sonia, and I don't know what we're trying to glean from this. It did feel a little bit too familiar, not just associates interacting, kind of felt a little romantic, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they wanted me to read off of this interaction. After she sneaks back into the car, we get a fun little jump scare with Preacher.
What's over?
Get away!
What is this show, man? Everything that Preacher has done has been cracking me up, and I kind of want that role for myself. At least with this interaction, we do actually, again, get confirmation that Kamal saw Preacher too, and this is exactly what she has been talking about, and finally, he sees that she's telling the truth. She ends up going into her phone calendar, which is actually where this mystery person sent her messages, to look in the mirror in the first episode. And she asked the person, "What do you want?" In response, the person says, "I want to warn you, they did something to your baby." Anna's worried that these people killed her baby, but the person replies that her baby isn't dead. Back at home, she sits outside on the terrace and she comes to discover this mangled corpse of some animal. I can't even tell what animal it is, but there's just maggots crawling all over it. Meanwhile, Nicolette is just kind of lurking and watching her through the window, and kind of creepy. And that's pretty much it for episode 3. I do feel like this video is so short because not a ton happened, but also big plot turn points happened. So we do get the feeling that Anna may not have actually miscarried. And then we also have people starting to believe her. And so this was an interesting episode, but just not super content heavy, I guess. I do think that this episode is really raising a lot of questions. I still am so curious about the sound effect. What is that? If you're enjoying these watch party videos for season 12 of American Horror Story, definitely leave this video a thumbs up so I know you like this content. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I have a goal of trying to hit 500 subscribers this year, and I would really appreciate any help that I can get. And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to stay soft and spooky. Bye!